when I'm more
Oh, mommy trainings are Wednesdays and Thursdays.
okay. Are there people on the platform?
I've not checked yet, but it's
Ah,
streaming straight to YouTube. We are live. We are live right now. Okay, so let me officially welcome everybody to our 21-day transformational wellness training. In the house with me, I have a public health physician. She has worked extensively with so many different organizations like UNICEF, WHO. I have in the person of Professor Ifoma Modebe. So we're going to welcome her. Let me allow her share her slides. I'm making her co-host right now. You're welcome, ma.
thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it's,
you.
it's a pleasure to have you here with us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you can go ahead and share your slides, please.
Yeah, maybe you do that. I
Okay, I should share
forwarded
it
it
for
to you.
you.
Yeah, share it, please.
Okay, all right. So let me, hmm, okay. All right. Please, can you give us, while we're loading the slides, can you give us an intro about yourself and what you do?
Well, I'm a public health physician. My interest is in gerontology,
Okay.
social and rehabilitative medicine, and gerontology. That's my interest. I've worked with several organizations over the years, and I'm happy I was invited to this 21 days wellness seminar. It is my pleasure. I want to thank Coach Ndali for inviting me to give a lecture. My topic is really on transformational nutrition. Can I start
Mm.
now?
Yes. I'm having difficulty. I'm having difficulty sharing the slides, but I'm going to share it from WhatsApp shortly.
Okay.
Just give me a minute.
All right.
Are you using your phone or your laptop?
No, my phone.
Okay. So can you explain to us what gerontology is? Okay, the slides are opening now.
Yeah,
Can you
okay. No,
explain what gerontology means?
that's study of old age medicine. Geriatrics is the study of old age, old people, the senior subjects,
Mm,
senior citizens. It's a new science, it's an emerging science. Geriatrics. And we're not talking about geriatrics today, but there are four major giants in geriatrics. As you get
okay.
older, you begin to notice problems about the elderly. So that is really my area of interest. It's under the subject of social and rehabilitative medicine.
That's wonderful.
So we can talk about that some other time. But that's really
Yes. Yes.
in the domain
Geriatric,
of
that's the
preventive
care of
science.
old people in the
Care of old
society,
people.
of the aging.
Yes. Care of the
That's
aging, yeah.
amazing.
The
That's
science of
amazing.
aging.
The science of aging. That's
It's called
wonderful.
science of aging, yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
so
Please, can
let's
you
go
can you
straight.
see my slides?
Yes, let's just go straight. Uh,
Okay.
the topic is transformational nutrition.
Okay.
Eating to rewire your body, mind, and energy. So today is day one. Kickoff is a 21-day wellness seminar. So at the end of this seminar, at the end of this presentation, we're going to find out how to rewire our body, mind, and energy. and my name is Professor Ifoma Modebe. There is a quote by John Ron. He said, "Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live." Take care of your body. So if you're not taking care of your body, then you have a problem. That is our responsibility, to take care of our body. Then this presentation, we are going to look at how to rewire our body. We're going to learn how to rewire our mind and our energy. And today, 12th of May, is day one. So we're kicking off today. We're going to learn some things about it. So what is going to be the outcome of this lecture? The outcome is you're going to have better health. You have more energy and longer life. The first sign of sickness is lack of energy. You're burnt out, you're tired, your energy is low, and you're stressed out. So this nutritional transformation lecture is apt at this time. So the objective really is to rewire our entire mind. As you know, the mind controls the body. The mind in 21 days. The body needs 21 days to learn a new habit. So we're going to rewire our entire body system within 21 days and become more energetic. So that is it. Next page. What do we mean by transformational nutrition? Like we said, it's not a diet. Transformational nutrition is not a diet. It is a reset. It's a reset. And I did some background research work. What is a reset? The root word of re is a Latin word, prefix meaning again or back. That is, we are going back again. Set is an old English Satan, which means to place or to re-establish. So if you now add the two words, set, set also has its root word in a Germanic sejan, Germanic. So to reset means to set again, simply, to set again, to put back in the original position. So the end of this, the outcome or the objective of this presentation is to put back our bodies into original position. The prefix re, the prefix re means to do it over and over again. So you don't do it in one day, you don't reset your body in one day. So it takes 21 days, according to research, through the neural pathways, to rewire your entire body system, your mind, your body. So it's not a diet. Transformational nutrition is not a diet. Like I said, it's a reset. And a reset, we've seen the root word of the meaning of reset. To do it again, to rebuild, to get back into the original position. What was the old view? Of course, nutrition is the science of food. So how can we use food to reset our bodies? The old view, we're talking about food, calories, and weight restriction. But that's old thinking. The new view now is that food, the type of food you eat, gives information about resetting your genes, hormones, gut, and brain. These are the critical parts of the body. And of course, you know, nutrition is something you do every day. So if you're eating food in the right proportion, if you're eating food correctly, then you're likely to have the proper requirements. You're likely to feel good about yourself because food is a science. The study of food is in depth. So the new information now is that food can make you feel very happy, make you feel lighter, make you feel younger. Okay? An excess of any type of food is excess of the major types of food. You have proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. Then you have the fat soluble and water soluble vitamins. So excess of any of these groups of foods in itself presents a problem. So we're going to use food to make ourselves happier, use food to make ourselves more energetic, remove burnt out, and even cut out non-communicable diseases. So the science of food is very apt at this time. So the goal is to use food to shift our energy, to shift our mood, digestion, and habits in 21 days. So like we said, this today, 21st of May, is day one. So at the end of 21 days, we are going to find out, have we been able to shift our energy? Have we become more energetic? How are we in a better mood now? So this is the 21-day transformational journey. What do we mean by lifestyle modification? We need to modify our lifestyle. Perhaps we are used to eating particular food in a particular manner due to culture, background, tastes. But now we have learned that food can help us to rewire our entire body system. Eating right in the right proportion can get our hormonal system and entire body system working well. And this is something you can do for yourself. We are going to learn how we can do it. What do we mean by lifestyle modification? Remember the quotes. Your body is the only place you have. So you have a responsibility to take care of your body. Nobody has that responsibility but you. So definition of lifestyle. Lifestyle modification refers to deliberate changes in daily habits and behaviors aimed at improving overall health and wealth. So there are deliberate changes that we make to improve our health and well-being. And the key areas of lifestyle include diet. What are you eating? One adage says you're what you eat. Physical activity, sleep habits, stress management, substance use, and social relationships and networking. All these are the key areas we are going to look at. So what are the three pillars? The three pillars for nutritional transformation. Number one, remove what drains you. There are things that drain the body system. Add what rebuilds you and align with your body rhythm. So the three pillars in these 21 days, we are going to find out what drains you. Remember, each body is type specific. So what might be draining me might not drain another person. So it's for you to do an introspective self-study to find out, okay, what actually drains me? What exactly drains me? There are some people who feel drained after eating a particular type of food or taking a particular type of drink. So it's a self-study. But generally, the things that drain, certain sugars, ultra-processed foods, excess alcohol, and additional artificial additives. These are things that drain. This is a broad subject. But then in these 21 days, you're going to start in day one and write what actually drains me. You write it down. This food drains me. After eating this food, I feel drained. The second one, add what rebuilds you. Generally speaking, protein, fiber, healthy fats, colored plants, water, these are things that rebuild you. These are things that rebuild your entire body system. Of course, a great part of the body, the intracellular and the extracellular space in the body, contain essentially water. So water helps to rebuild. Then align with your rhythm. Eat with your circadian clock. Practice mindful eating and prioritize sleep. So that is what I explained earlier on, that each person has a circadian rhythm. This agrees with me, and you know it. When you write down journaling or you practice journaling and you're conscious about yourself, you begin to notice, oh, if I eat this particular food, I feel good. When I eat this other one, I feel drained and tired and weak. It happens. So align with your rhythm. Find out what your rhythm is and just flow with your rhythm. Okay? Prioritize sleep. Make sure you're sleeping. Last year, we talked about sleep and deep sleep. What happens when you sleep? The body is re energized significantly when you sleep, and you wake up refreshed. You wake up healthy, and you're ready to run. So, but there are other things that are required. So, these three pillars, as we are starting today, day one, find out, okay, what drains me in your journal. These foods drain me, these activities drain me. These are the things that drain my energy. You write it down. So, what are the things that rebuild me? In broadly speaking, proteins, fiber, healthy fats, colored plants, like you can see in the slide. These colored plants, beautiful apples, oranges, all these are things that rebuild you, and of course, water. Then align it with your rhythm. Flow with your rhythm. Everybody's rhythm is different. So, why 21 days? Your body and mind adapt in phases. We're going to look at this very carefully. So, once we start this process now, there is, for instance, those who take a lot of caffeine and alcohol. When you stop taking caffeine, you find that you enter into withdrawal and craving, a withdrawal syndrome, because your body is used to caffeine. Your body is running on it's like your body is running on steroids. So within 1 to 7 days, what are you going to notice? You're going to notice withdrawal symptoms. You're going to notice cravings. You feel tired, headache. But we already set out a goal that within 21 days, we want to feel more energetic. We want to feel younger. Okay? Somebody calls it house cleansing. You want to clean the house. Your body is a house. So you want to clean out all the toxic things and toxic thoughts and wastes. Things that are not working inside the body, you want to remove all of them. You want to clear your mind. Remove all the baggage of the past. Okay? You have choices in the future. So there is 1 to 7 is withdrawal. You begin to notice withdrawal symptoms, the cravings. Maybe for those who take alcohol, it's very difficult. Or those who take certain substances. So what happens days 8 to 14? There is a shift. You begin to notice a shift. Your energy stabilizes, your sleep improves, and the cravings drop. So by this, the critical days are the first 7 days, when your body is wondering, okay, you're no more supplying these substances, these things that drain me, or these things that energize me. But by the 8th day, when you continue, there is a shift. You feel more energetic, sleep improves. By days 15 to 21, the new habits feel automatic. The new habits feel automatic. Remember, what are the new habits? You are the one that will determine what your new habits are by writing out, this drains me, this rebuilds me, and this flows with my rhythm. Everybody has their own rhythm. Everybody has their own circadian rhythm. So by 15 to 21 days, you're already feeling great. You're feeling more energetic. The body has adapted and adjusted within the 21 days. So 21 days is enough to break loops and feel the difference. A lot of studies have been done on this to show that changes can occur within 21 days. So our 21 days starts from today, 12th of May. So let's dive deeper. Pillar one, remove what drains you. What are the things that drain your energy, drain your joy? Common energy thieves, sugary drinks and snacks, unprocessed meals, excess alcohol, artificial sweeteners and additives. So these are the common energy thieves. There are others that you may have also identified, but generally, these are the things that drain our energy. So what is the swap strategy? We don't just remove soda, we replace it with water. So replace that soda with water. Take enough water. Chips and all those other food and snacks, we replace it with nuts and fruits. So there's a swap strategy. Once you remove one thing, you replace it with some other thing. Processed breakfast, you eat eggs and vegetables. So for the swap strategy on the things that drain your energy, you take more water. You eat nuts and fruits. And then you take vegetables, lots of vegetables. You don't go wrong with vegetables. So just note the swap strategy. What is this swap strategy? Swap strategy is what to replace. You identify this is a drain for me, but I'm going to replace with this. So generally, by way of discussion, a discussion today, you take more fluids, increase your fluid intake, nuts and fruits, and then also vegetables. Pillar two, these are the three main pillars. The strategies, the pillars, strategic pillars on which transformational nutrition run. The main pillar one is to identify what drains you. And then we now have the swap strategy. The swap strategy, essentially, you swap, take more water, nuts, fruits, vegetables. Pillar two, add what rebuilds you. So we focus on nutrient density. Why does this matter? Proteins, like we said, proteins are essential. Different types of proteins, fish, beans, chicken, eggs. These proteins are good because they help to rebuild you. So we encourage to take sufficient proteins. Then fiber. Fiber helps our gut health. You take vegetables. And then the vegetables, like we said, flow with your circadian rhythm. Which vegetable agrees with me? Fruits. I know some people who get bloated when they eat garden egg. So that's your constitution. So find out what works well with you. But you're encouraged to eat enough vegetables, fruits, oats, legumes. Find out the ones that are easily digestible, the ones that make you feel good, and eat enough of them. The more colored, the better. Take some healthy fats like avocado, nuts, olive oil. I must warn that everything must be taken in moderation. You take things in moderation. Color, we've talked about color a lot. Leafy green, vegetables, peppers, berries. So essentially for pillar two, we crowd out bad food by adding good food first. You see the swap strategy for pillar two. Crowd out the bad food, remove the bad food by adding good food first. And what did we say is the good food? Proteins, fiber, healthy fats, And then the more colorful the veg, the better. Okay, so that's the second pillar on which the transformational nutrition runs. The third pillar is align with your rhythm. This is so essential. We know that the mind controls the entire body. So eat with your biology. It's circadian eating. Your biggest meal should be earlier in the day. Then you practice what we call mindful eating. Am I hungry or bored or stressed? Pause and ask yourself, why am I eating this? Am I hungry? Am I bored? Am I stressed? Have I eaten today or don't I feel like eating? Have I lost appetite? Food doesn't make any meaning to me. So once you begin to ask these questions, you ask yourself, have I eaten today? Food is the one thing everybody does every day. Every day, you must eat something. So you ask yourself, mindful eating, have I eaten anything today? Okay, maybe I don't have an appetite. If you don't have an appetite, why don't you have an appetite to eat? Is it that the food is not tasty? Is it that it's not well prepared? Or are you sick and drained? Okay. Am I bored? Am I stressed? I don't have appetite to eat. All right. Then hydration. Hydration, you need to take 2 to 3 liters of water a day or more if the weather is hot and if you're active. So, like we said, you flow with your rhythm. You know what best works for you. But you're encouraged to drink water. Hydrate yourself every day. Eat right, crowd out the bad food, and then sleep. Poor sleep will give you poor food choices. They are linked. The body resets itself naturally when you sleep, especially at night. The circadian rhythm is reset when you sleep. This is a complex subject. We're not discussing that today. So when you sleep deeply at night, your body resets itself naturally. Then you wake up, you're feeling happier. Your appetite is refreshed. You're feeling better with yourself. All right. So for pillar 3, align with your rhythm, eat with your biology. We call it the circadian eating. Crowd out the bad food, remove the bad food, hydrate yourself sufficiently. All right. And then sleep well at night. So we have talked about the 3 pillars on which nutritional transformation runs. 3 major pillars. The first is find out what doesn't work in my body and replace it through a swap strategy. The second, what gives me balance. And the third is align with your rhythm. And that rhythm is the circadian rhythm, which is regulated by sleep. So you sleep at night, you rest at night, so that the body resets itself. Remember, we're talking about resetting. Resetting is getting the body back to normal. Okay? We started our discussion with the root word of reset. Let's continue. The 21-day framework. For our framework, we're going to keep it simple. No calorie counting is needed. Okay? We shifted from the old method of counting calorie and weight and all that. No, all that has changed. We are in a new era of nutritional transformation. So keep it simple. Protein, 1 to 2 palm-sized portions per meal. Veg and fruits, half your plate, different colors. Healthy fats, 1 thumb-sized portion per meal. Water, start with 2 liters, adjust. So this is just an idea of what you can do. So keep it simple. Keep it simple. You should be able to assess what you need, essentially proteins, veg, fruits, and then water. Pick one food to cut off for 21 days. So pick one food in this 21 daily framework. Just pick one food you want to remove. You want to remove excess carbohydrates. Maybe you've been eating a lot of too much starch, too much rice, too much yam. So pick one food you want to cut off for 21 days. That's a starting point. That's a good place to start. Then you progress until you get to perfection. But remember, you need to take foods in the right proportion. Proteins, fruits, vegetables, water, and healthy fats. Okay? So this will keep your body going. Track transformation beyond the scale. Rate yourself 1 to 10 daily. Remember, we have a journal where we are writing down all the things that we don't want. What are the things that drain me? What are the things that make me feel good? Okay? So rate yourself 1 to 10 daily. Today is day 1, 12th of May. So you rate yourself. How is my energy level today? Is it low, high? My sleep quality, is it deep? Digestion and bloating. Am I digesting well? Do I feel bloated? What is my gut health like? My mood. Am I irritable and grumpy and not focused? Or am I focused and happy? What do I crave? Most people see this change in week 2. That's what keeps you going. So you find out by week 2, your energy level increases. You're more energetic. You're sleeping better. The digestion and bloating is controlled because you're digesting. You eat light food at night and eat more. It's like they say, you eat like a king in the morning. And then just take light food, fruits, veg at night, maybe from 5 p.m. and thereabout. So this is what keeps you going. So for the track transformation, you can track what you do. By the second week of the 21 day, you already have a journal. Am I more energetic? Am I feeling more energetic? The real goal identity shift. Excuse me. The real goal identity shift. Week 1, you say I'm on a diet. Week 3, I eat this way because I feel better. In 21 days isn't the end, it's your new baseline. So we pick our target tonight. What food am I cutting off? What is that thing I crave so much? You're going to cut it off. And that's it. Why is lifestyle modification important? Why must we modify our lifestyle? Lifestyle is behavioral, things that you're conditioned to do, things that you've been doing or you've watched people do over the years. But why must you change? It's important. One, their health benefits. Once you begin to feel more energetic and you feel happier with yourself, your mood is improved, you have better focus, automatically you have prevented some chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. You're more active. So already you have dealt with non-communicable diseases. It enhances the mental health because you have a coping mechanism. You can handle challenges. You can handle things before they appear, and you're sleeping well. Your energy is improved and your productivity level is very high. Your life expectancy automatically improves and your quality of life improves. So lifestyle modification is a must. We must modify our lifestyle, but you need to know what you do. What is your lifestyle now? What do you do? Many people are not aware of what they do on a daily basis. What do you do on a daily basis? What kind of food do you eat regularly? Most people don't know what they do regularly. So you write it down from today, 12th of May. This is the lifestyle. This is the kind of food I eat. This is what I do. This is who I am. That's just circadian rhythm. But then that needs to change for us to have better health benefits. So your quality of life improves. You're happier, you're more productive, and of course, you've prevented chronic diseases, for instance, diabetes, hypertension, obesity. What are you worrying about? Nothing. Okay? So let's look at some statistics. According to WHO, over 70% of global deaths are caused by non communicable diseases, most of which are lifestyle related. Okay? Lifestyle related. Diabetes, for instance, lifestyle related. Of course, there are genetic components, hypertension, obesity. But then when we modify our lifestyle, the health benefits are marvelous. And you begin to notice it by the second week. All right. So lifestyle modification is so important. By the end of this health challenge, oh God, you feel so good within yourself. Like they say, you've cleaned out your entire house. So what are the key components of lifestyle modification? What exactly are you modifying? One is healthy eating, the time to eat and what to eat. Regular physical activity. You don't just sit down in one place or lie down the whole day. You must engage in physical activity. Adequate sleep. Like we said, sleep is what regulates the circadian rhythm. So you can't do without sleep. Adequate and deep sleep. Stress management. Everybody needs some level of stress to move on. Without stress, some degree of stress, you have nothing to worry about, then there's no purpose. The purpose you have in life, the problems you solve, those are the things that keep you going. You wake up and there's something to do. When you don't have anything to do, you wake up and there's no reason to wake up, then that's it. That's a disease condition of its own. So, but you manage stress because at times you can have so many things to do. You can multitask and have so many things to do, so many things that require attention, both in your family, in your office, in your community. But you should be able to manage all that stress. You take the ones you can on a daily basis and then leave the rest, or shift them, or solve them, whatever. But like they say, carry as you can. Colloquial language says carry as you can. That's stress management. Avoidance of harmful substances. You're smoking, you're drinking, those are harmful substances that could affect your body system. The most importantly, social and emotional well-being. Are you stuck up in a house with nobody to talk to? You must have a social life, social network, people to talk to, people to engage with, friends to laugh. Okay? So you need a social and emotional well-being. But I must stress that you don't need toxic people in your life. Some people are naturally toxic by nature. That's how God made them, naturally toxic. You don't need such people around you. No. But you need a good social network. You need an emotional well-being. Okay? You need to belong to communities. You can check up on others and others can check up on you. So, what are the key components of lifestyle modification? Healthy eating. You need to eat right, engage in regular physical activity, and have adequate sleep, especially at night. Then manage your stress level. The things you can't handle, like they say, colloquially, carry as you can. Carry as you can. Then you must have trusted people that you can relate to. Trusted people you can reach out to. Don't try to carry things all by yourself. So these are the key components of lifestyle modification. There must be somebody you can trust. Okay? So let's dive deeper into healthy eating. What do we mean by healthy eating? If you say eating healthy, It's a balance. Incorporate all food groups, carbs, proteins, fats, veggies, and fruits. That is what we mean by balance. Then there's a portion control. Avoid overeating. Like I said before, moderation is key. Hydration, drink at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day. Limit processed food, sugary drinks, salt, and trans fat. Make it a habit not to crash diets. You must be intentional about what you eat, and then your food needs to have balance. So a good tip is to follow the 80 to 20 rule. Eat healthy 80% of the time. Eat healthy 80% of the time. What do we mean by regular physical activity? It is recommended at least 150 minutes per week of moderate aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of walk of vigorous exercise. Example, walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, yoga, dancing. Benefits are enormous. It improves your cardiovascular health. It aids weight management. It boosts mood and sleep and enhances immunity. So regular physical activity is awesome. It's awesome. So in your journal for these 21 days, you write out the physical activity every day. This is what I did. Adequate sleep. Adults need 7 to 9 hours per night. 7 to 9 hours sleep per night. So, and there are some tips for better sleep. Maintain a regular sleep schedule. Limit screen time before bed. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Consequences of poor sleep: fatigue, irritability, weakened immunity, and increased risk of chronic diseases. Adequate sleep is very essential. Stress management. What are the sources of stress? Like we say colloquially, carry as you can. Work, relationships, financial pressures, health. There are some effective tips: deep breathing, meditation, physical activity, time management, walking to a therapist or a counselor. You have somebody to talk to. Journaling and gratitude practices. It's not stress that kills us, it's our reaction to it. Okay? So you must have a good stress management technique. Avoidance of harmful substances. Substances to avoid or limit: tobacco, excessive alcohol, illicit drugs, misuse of prescription medications. Why? These substances are linked to liver disease, cancer, heart disease, mental disorders, and more. But there are support options, support groups, rehab, counseling, and medical intervention. All these are things, information that we need. Social and emotional well-being. Do you have a good social network? That's a good question to ask yourself. Maintain healthy relationships. The healthy relationships provide a strong support system. Have good communication. Good communication reduces conflict and stress. Self-care, take care of yourself. Like the quote we started off with. Your body is the only thing you have and you're responsible for it. So you take care of yourself and promote self-worth. Volunteering and social engagement enhances happiness. Are you involved in a bigger picture? Are you involved in helping others? Volunteering is important. So emotional well-being is just as important as physical health. Challenges in lifestyle modification. Why must we modify our lifestyle? Lack of motivation, time constraints, cultural environmental barriers, or emotional eating or addictions. These are some of the challenges. You're not motivated. So what are the solutions? How do we deal with the challenges in lifestyle modification? You set realistic goals. Like we've set a 21-day goal, 21-day goal on what we eat. Very, very interesting. Starting from today, you journal, write it down. What is it that is draining my energy? What am I eating? What do I need to eat? So set realistic goals, seek support, friends and professionals. Track your progress and celebrate small victories. Man is a communicating animal, so you must communicate with people. Let people know where you are and what you're doing. It's good to have a community where you belong, a safe community. So those are some of the challenges of lifestyle modification. Then the essential steps to implement lifestyle changes. One is self-assessment. Know your habits. Like we said, everybody has a circadian rhythm. Know your habits. Set smart goals. Remember we're looking at nutritional goals, nutritional transformation. That's our topic. So what are those goals? You write it down. 21-day nutritional transformational goal. It's specific, measurable, achievable, time bound. Create and plan, make gradual changes, okay? It's not cast on gold. Stay consistent, build routines, review and adjust. So these are steps to implement lifestyle changes. It's not a one-off thing. Within 21 days, you're feeling better within yourself. Your energy level increases. You're feeling much better. You can communicate. Your communication modes have changed. You're able to communicate more with people. Okay, you can reach out to a larger community and be part of what others are doing. So those are steps to implement lifestyle changes. So in summary now, as I summarize this lecture, we're looking at lifestyle modification. What is the overall benefit of modifying our lifestyle? And it's through nutrition, food that we eat. Why is it important? What is the outcome of this 21-day exercise in this month of May? The outcome is that we're going to have better health, you have more energy, you live longer, and you're not burnt out. And you're feeling happier within yourself. And you're taking care of your body. You're the only one that can take care of your body. That's all you have. So what do we need to do? By way of summary, you need to eat well. You need to move more, sleep enough, stress less, say no to harmful substances, and stay connected. So those are the 6 tips to this lifestyle modification. You need to eat well. And then journal, write down all the things you eat, all the things you have eaten, starting from today. This is what I ate in the morning. Then in the evening, this is what I ate. You try it down for 21 days and you'll be amazed. Okay? Then move more. Be more active. Reduce your stress level. Like they say colloquially, carry as you can. Have enough sleep and stay connected. Stay connected. So my final thoughts. I end with a quote from John Ron. He said, "Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live." That's all you have. Make sure you have a good bath. Make sure you eat well. Make sure you rest. Only you can do that. Okay? So that's my final thoughts and quotes. And I want to say thank you for listening. And if there are any questions or concerns, I can take them now. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you. I've just been soaking in all the knowledge. Can you hear me, Ma?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing. I've learned a lot from this session personally. I have a question. You said something about the rhythm, the cycle, something. Can you explain further what it means?
It's a circadian rhythm.
Yes, circadian rhythm. Is that what you said?
Yes, circadian rhythm.
Okay.
So it's a circadian rhythm. Everybody has what makes them who they are. All right.
Yes.
Everybody has what makes them who they are. And we all know that the brain is the central processing system. Everything starts in the brain, the neurochemicals, the coordination, everything, the organs, the hormones. Okay. So, like they say, if you cut off somebody's leg or the hand, he can still move around. But if somebody is beheaded, that's the end of a person because the main coordination, the main control, everything stems from the brain, the central nervous system. And the way it is wired in such perfection that it works in with precision. It works with precision. It works with timing. So a circadian rhythm is like a clock rhythm. If you've ever seen a clock, you find out that it goes like clockwork. So the body it functions in that manner. That's why you can change your habit within 21 days. Your body now knows, okay, this is the time to do this. So it's like a clock. A clock that just goes round and round, and that is how the body functions. Everything is seated deeply in the brain, coordinated by the neural pathways. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's like
Wow.
having a supercomputer. So that circadian rhythm, that is who you are.
Oh.
No two people have the same. So it's for you to understand who you are. Some people have their morning people, others are night. Okay? The
Oh.
things you like, others may not like. The things you dislike, others may like also. But that is who you are. Okay, that is what makes you who you are. That rhythm. Some people have a creative energy. Creativity. They just wake up and they create something. It's that
Oh.
circadian rhythm. So you protect it. Everybody knows who they are and what they are. Therein also lies the gifts and talents that God has given us.
Wow.
Carefully, you will now begin to understand, okay, so this is who I am. This is my purpose on planet Earth. To achieve this, to be part of this, to be part of this bigger picture, to solve this problem. Like if you delve a little into scriptures, you find that I think in Jeremiah he said even before he formed you, he knew you while you were still in your mother's womb. He knew you, your destiny, what you are meant to achieve on planet Earth. Nobody's here by accident. And that is the rhythm. That is who you are.
Oh.
That's who you are. And you need to protect it. You need to protect that space. You need to protect that energy. Everybody has a specific thing they are doing here on planet Earth. And you need to take care of your body. You need to take care of your mind. Okay? You can't stop birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from laying eggs on your head, from
Building a
forming a
nest.
nest. Huh?
From building a nest.
From building a nest. But you can't stop them from flying.
That's true.
Yeah, so you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of yourself to achieve purpose. The purpose, the original purpose for why you're who you are and why you're here. Okay? So that
Mm.
rhythm is who you are. Some people like certain things, others don't like it. It's all tied to who you are. All right?
Wow.
And then you're listening to too many people are saying, do this, don't do that. No, it doesn't work like that. It's your character, your depth, your mind, who you are, and that is what you are. And you develop it and protect it and become a better version of yourself. So, like this 21-day transformational wellness program is awesome. I want to thank Coach Ndali for embarking on this transformative process
Thank you, ma.
because it makes you a better person. You
That's
become a
true.
better version of yourself. You're not stuck with who you are like 10 years ago. No, it doesn't work like that. You keep becoming a better version of yourself. If you are grumpy and always sad and always too talkative, you become a better version of yourself. If you are too withdrawn, not talking to anybody, you become a better version of yourself. Only you know what the problem is. Or you talk to
That's true.
counselors. That's why you stay connected. You stay connected with good friends and family and community. That's
Mm.
part of the pillars that we have in this transformational wellness, social connectivity. Are you part of a bigger picture?
Are you part of a community?
Are you part of a community? Are you part of a community? Are you part of helping others?
Mm.
Man is a communicating animal, so you cannot just withdraw and be within yourself. No, it doesn't work like that.
Man doesn't thrive in isolation.
No, no, no. You don't thrive in isolation. You're a communicating
Mm.
animal, so you communicate with others. And there is an energy that people around you bring. Okay? So I hope
Yes.
I answered your question.
Yes, yes, very well. Then I wanted to ask you,
Mm,
very well, thank you, ma. I wanted to
mm,
ask you, how about the you talk about the neural pathways. Can you
mm.
dive further and how it applies to us practically, like the
Okay,
pathways?
okay. It's just like if you pick up a TV, a television or an engine, a car engine. Mm?
Yes.
There are wires that are connected from one part to another. There are pathways. Look. Let's say, for instance, a television now. The
Um,
television has some wires that connect it from the socket to the different wires. Okay, those
yeah,
wires are parts of the neural pathway. So when the let's say, for instance, your TV is malfunctioning and you bring in an expert, first of all he will begin to trace the neural pathways, the wires starting from the junction, the socket, to the remote control, all the wires, everything that is connected to make the picture show. It is his job to make sure all the wires are properly set. The same thing in a car. A car has an engine. So if you open the engine of a car, you find there are different parts of the engine, but they are all connected. All right? That's how the human body is. The central nervous system is the coordinating system of the entire body.
wow.
Coordination and control. All right? So that coordination and control, it has been so wired that there are different parts of the brain. We are not discussing the anatomy today, but maybe I can share that later privately. So the brain has different parts. All right? That is the anatomy of the brain, the anatomical structures of the brain. And their physiological functions. Each part of the brain has a specific physiological function. You have the cerebrum, you have the cerebellum. There are different parts. Each one is involved in specific physiological functions. Like I'm talking now and you're hearing, it means that certain organs are working properly.
Mm,
Okay, so that is just a simple example of the neural pathways. So these are pathways that connect the brain to all the different physiological activities. Okay, like if you raise your leg now or raise
yes.
your hand, it means certain pathways are working.
So what
How
causes
do you
people to
know?
have
Eh?
strokes is that they are Their pathway stop working.
Exactly. So what happens? And it's in the brain. So there are different types. You can have an ischemic stroke, okay? Different types. Any disruption in the function in the brain. Suddenly you find you can't raise your leg or you can't raise your arm or you can't speak anymore.
Wow.
You understand? So those are the neural pathways, and it's in the domain of neurology. So it's in a specialty called neurology. All right. But then you
Yeah.
have anatomic structures and physiologic functions, and all these work together to ensure that the body is moving adequately. So we're talking about transformational nutrition now. Where is the appetite center? Some people don't have appetite. The first sign of sickness is probably poor appetite and low energy.
Oh.
You don't feel like eating. You're not feeling good within yourself. The appetite center. Or people who eat too much, gluttons, they overeat. These are appetite centers. Of course, there are some other factors that affect such functions. But essentially, the neural pathways, we want to look at it as wires that connect one part of the brain to another, like speech, hearing, vision. So all these things are coordinated. And when the body is functioning very well, what happens? You're feeling good, you're feeling happy.
Yeah.
But once there's a disease entity, or maybe one is not eating right, maybe eating excessive carbohydrates or excessive proteins or excessive fats. If you're eating excessive fats, you have a tendency to be obese.
Mm.
Okay? If you're eating excessive carbs, you may be inviting something like diabetes or excessive proteins, gout. So everything has a balance. You must balance up things properly. All right. And then for my subject, which is my pet subject, which is gerontology, the elderly, there's what we call cellular senescence. The cells just begin to age on their own accord.
Mm.
The cells just start to age on their own accord. There's a decline. But the good
Cellular
news is that,
senescence.
yes, but the
Mr.
good
John,
news is
you're
that,
welcome.
yes, the good news is that that process can be reversed. That's the good news. Okay? Through
Yeah.
certain preventive mechanisms and lifestyle modifications. So the key is really to modify our lifestyle. What are we doing now that we can do better? Can we become better versions of ourselves? Yes. How can I become a better version of myself? It's in your hands to determine I want to be a better version of myself. And then you do the work. Identify what needs to change and then go ahead and change it.
Mm.
Mhm.
This is very helpful.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you.
very helpful. And I like the part about doing the work. It's not enough to just gather information.
Mm,
Implementation is very, very, very key to
yes.
everything. There's so much information everywhere. In fact, I feel right now we have what is called we're in an information era, and
Mm,
information is easily accessible. But now the implementation, that is where the change and the transformation comes in. So
mm,
if people, I know you also simplified the transformational nutrition here, but if
mm,
people wanted to create a new habit,
mm,
let's say for instance they had a bad habit of smoking or procrastination or being late or whatever it is, how can science, the neurological pathways, how can that the science of um of consistency, is there any science to back up consistency when it comes to helping people develop new new habits?
exactly. Like I said, there are times that you may need to meet with counselors, experts. Okay.
Yes.
You may need to meet a counselor you may need to meet a therapist, because their behavioral change is not that easy. Like if you formed a particular habit, behavioral change is not that easy. At times, you may need a clinical psychologist to help you pass through maybe a certain phase from, maybe you want to something like smoking or drinking. That's why they go to rehab.
Mm.
Yeah, they go to rehab because there's a process that they must go through. There's a process. So at some point, you do the most you can, but then you may need to get help from therapists, okay, from
Yeah.
counselors. So it's to know where the limit ends, where your limit ends, and then to get help. Okay. So emotional and social well-being, at some point, you may need, okay, we talked about consistency now. Consistency is doing things regularly, but some people have a difficulty being consistent. Okay.
Yes, a lot of people.
A lot of people. So you may want to talk to somebody. Okay, this is
Like
what
a
I'm going to.
counselor.
Huh? A
They might want
counselor.
to book a consultation. I do my consultings on Tuesdays.
Yes. So you're talking to somebody about this problem. This is the problem I have. And it's okay to talk to somebody. It's okay to talk to a friend, like you do consultations. It's okay for people to talk to you, open up to you. Okay? It's very, very okay to have somebody to talk to, people who have the knowledge and the ability to counsel others, to help them pass through difficult times, because a lot of people are passing through difficult times. And all they need really is for someone to tell them, oh, you can get through this. We call it support options. It's okay to have support options. It's very, very okay to have support groups, counseling, medical rehabilitation is very, very okay. All right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. It's okay to have support options. Oh, I'm going through this difficult time. Then there is a friend nearby or a counselor who is trained to help you come out of that difficult problem. So yes, it's fine. So part of this 21 day is that it's okay to get help. So it's okay. It's okay to reach out to people who need help and help them
Mm.
psychologically, socially, you know, just make them feel a little bit better about themselves. It helps. Okay? So support options are also part of the pillars of nutritional transformation.
Wow.
Mm.
I think that answers, so that answers my question perfectly. So if people feel that they don't have the capacity to go through and scale through in
Mm.
creating their own um um transformational pathway, they can get help.
Yes, it's very okay to get help
Okay.
from a trusted friend or trusted source.
I feel
Okay.
sometimes friends might give partial verdicts and partial solutions unless the friend is an expert therapist, psychotherapist, or
Hmm.
consultant.
Yes.
So, you know, some friends that make things worse, actually,
Of
like
course, those are
in
toxic
the
people.
Bible, when Job
Yes.
went to his friends, they were asked, I think at some point they told him to curse God and die.
Yes.
So there's a place for unbiased counsel, which comes
Mm.
from coaching and consulting. So
Yes.
I think this has been a very expository session.
For
The record,
professionals, yes, you
yes,
meet
professional.
professionals. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Get
yes, yes.
professional counseling,
Mm,
and they're everywhere. depending on your location or no, it's so okay to have support options.
Very important.
Very
And as a public
important.
health physician and professor, how
Mm.
long, like how did people come to you for counseling often?
Yes, they do. They come to me.
Okay. So if people wanted to contact you for counseling, um, how do they send an email or reach you? How do they reach you? Do you have consultation days?
I don't have a consultation day as such. I don't have any specific consultation day, but I can reach out. You can reach out to me on any issue of concern, and then from there you can solve the problem.
So if
You've
they have
identified the
questions,
problem.
if they have questions and they send on the platform or the group and I forward to you, you'll be able to answer them.
Oh, certainly, most certainly, most
Okay.
certainly, most
Okay.
certainly.
Then please, can you also share your slides with us so that we can have on the platform as well?
Yes, you can share the slides.
Okay. Thank you very
Yes, you
much,
can
ma.
share the slides.
Thank you, ma.
We are part of a
Awesome.
bigger community.
Oh yes.
Okay, you're
Oh
part of
yes.
a bigger community, and you try and make impact as much as you can.
Very important.
Mm. I
Very
especially
important.
I like the word reset.
Yes.
Okay, I like that word reset, which is personalized. To reset means you're trying to get it back to the original, and you have the ultimate responsibility to reset. No one has it. Of
True.
course,
It's a personal
maybe
research.
on a platform like this, then you can have the community. Well, guys, we are going to all reset. We are going to
Yes.
block out the bad food. We are going to now crowd in the good food. And so that's part of journaling. Then gratitude
Yes.
also is very important.
Mm.
Gratitude, the very fact, even the simple act of just smiling. The simple act of smiling tells the body that everything is okay. And your body produces hormones. Okay? Just the
Yeah.
simple act of smile every day. Your body recognizes, okay, there's no problem. As opposed to stress, frightful situations all the time. So the very act of smiling removes stress from your system.
Hmm. So
Mm.
how does journaling help you with your transformation? I want to know.
How does what?
Journaling help with your transformation. Prof, please can you send me your professor picture so I can put up as a
Okay,
yes, please can you send it to me now on WhatsApp while we are
I will.
speaking?
I will.
Okay. Yes,
After
so I can put
so
it up on the slide. So how does
I
journaling
will.
help science? I know how
Today,
it
like
helps.
today is day one for
Yes.
nutritional transformation. So for day one, we have day one journaling. Okay. The three
Yes.
pillars we said: remove what drains you, add what builds you, and align with your rhythm. All right. So,
Mm.
so for pillar one, that means you're going to draw 3 lines, and by the side you draw the number of days, day 1 to 21 days. Then on top, pillar one, pillar two, pillar three. Pillar one is what drains me. All right. For day
Yes.
one, have you identified what drains you? Broadly, the common energy thieves are sugary drinks, snacks, artificial sweeteners, additives. Then the swap strategy, you're also going to draw a line. Don't just remove, but replace with soda, water. Okay?
Mm. Mm.
Fruits, vegetables. So that's for pillar one, day one. I've identified is what is the swap strategy. The swap strategy, did I take enough water today? Did I take enough nuts and fruits and vegetables? That's for pillar 1. Then for pillar 2, add what rebuilds you. Essentially proteins, fiber, healthy fats, and then colorful leafy green vegetables. So proteins, we said fish, beans, chicken, animal fat, animal proteins, and vegetable proteins. All right. Then fiber, vegetables, fruits, oats, legumes for your gut health. What rebuilds you? That's column 2. So for today, let's say day 1, this is what rebuilds me. Then by the side, you crowd out the bad food. So you also write the bad food, I've crowded it out and I've written it by the side. And so that goes. Then pillar 3, which is still on the same paper. So eat with your biology. That's the circadian eating. Biggest meals in the morning. What did I eat this morning? Did I hydrate well? Did I sleep well? So those are the three main pillars. Then by the side, you write day 1 to 20. Day 1 to day 20. Day 1 to day 21. So by the second week, by day 8 of this, you should be able to start feeling happy, more energized when you do the swap strategy. So the key thing is to know the swap strategy, and that swap strategy also depends on your circadian rhythm. So is that clear? Is the journaling clear? So there's a 21-day daily framework, and you just keep it simple.
Hello, Prof. I was speaking, but my mic was muted. Yes, I understand.
Yes, so there's a 21-day daily framework. 21 day. So every day, what am I crowding out today? What am I adding? What am I building up? Okay, so at the end of 21 days, you see the effect within yourself. And that is just a baseline. So your body would have
Oh,
adapted to that change. And then from there, you can go on. All right?
wow.
All
And
right.
and so from what you're saying that nutrition plays a part in lifting people's mood.
Of course, you are what you eat.
So what
You're
happens
what
when
you eat.
people take too much sugar? How does it affect the system?
Sugar needs to be metabolized in the body. There's something Mr. Iodine calls the insulin man.
Mm,
Okay? The insulin man opens the gates when you eat sugar. Okay? So the
yes.
insulin man is in the pancreas. So when the body eats, when you take in a lot of sugar, the insulin man is like a gate. It opens the gate. I learned that from Mr. Iodine. So the gate is opened, and then the body metabolizes the excessive sugar. But at some point, the body is not able to open that insulin. That is, the insulin man becomes handicapped. He can't open the gate, so you now have excessive sugar instead of inside the body intracellular, is now extracellularly.
Oh,
So your body is not making use of the sugar. So you now have to give people extra insulin for the food to be absorbed. All these are produced in the pancreas, the insulin. So at some point, it becomes overwhelmed. It does not produce that chemical again. You understand? It's
wow.
like somebody coming
Yes.
to your house and you open the gate. As you open the gate, the sugar floods into the intracellular space and the body
Wow.
utilizes it. But when it becomes excessive, what happens? That door can no more open. He called the Mr. Iodine calls it the insulin man. So the insulin man is demobilized, and then the sugar stays outside when the body needs it inside. That in itself is a problem. And you see, it gradually develops over time. Gradually develops over time. Suddenly, your body cannot utilize the sugar. All right? You begin to have disease spells. You start urinating excessively. Start drinking water excessively. Polyphagia, polyuria, polydipsia. Because the sugar is outside. So
Wow.
when you now take insulin or anti-diabetic drugs, the body is able to utilize that glucose. So why not prevent it by limiting sugary foods? Yes, you limit it. Take natural things, because diabetes in itself is very problematic. It
Yes,
can be
it is.
prevented. Like we from this presentation, we saw that WHO, UNICEF, they categorize certain diseases as non-communicable disorders, which can be prevented. Diabetes, for instance. Why do you want to be taking too much sugar? Hypertension, too much salt, or too much anxiety, worrying about too many things. Your body is constantly in a stress mode. Just a simple smile. You wake up in the morning, you're smiling. And then your body says, okay, there's no problem today with this body. You're just smiling. Yes. And the body is in a relaxed mood. It produces serotonin, and you're just feeling good, feel good hormones. That's what it's called. As opposed to stressful hormones, constantly under stress. Mm.
Serotonin. What's
Feel
the
good
difference between
hormone.
serotonin and dopamine?
Yes, serotonin is a feel good hormone. You're just feeling good and happy.
And what is the difference between it and dopamine?
Yeah, all those are they're all hormones. One is stressful. You're just flight. Adrenaline, for instance, adrenaline is a stress hormone. You're constantly like, if a tiger enters the house, your body is charged up to run out. And
True.
for some people, the body is constantly under stress because you're constantly worrying about so many things. No, just a simple smile. You're just smiling, and the body's, oh, okay, there's no stress today. And your body's relaxed. And you can focus and think clearly and more intentionally. Of course, prayers also help. Okay? You pray and say you take it one day at a time. You are living in the moment. Today, 12th of April. No, today is 14th of April.
Yes,
14th.
today is 14th.
Yes. So our lifestyle modification starts today, 14th of
Okay.
April. Day one is
And
14th
for
of April.
21 days.
21 days. So
Awesome.
you're living in the moment. The past is gone. The past is an experience. You're living in the moment and you're smiling because you know tomorrow is better. Psalm 23 says, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You see?
Wow.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Live in the
This has
moment.
been this has living in the moment.
Yes, live in
This
the
has
moment.
been an expository and informative session. Last question I ask,
Yes.
Mr. John, do you have any question for Prof? While you're putting it together, I have a question. What
Yes.
part does recreational activities like going to the beach, exercising, you know, going to the movies, what part does it play in wellness, in transformational wellness, like having a break day in a week where you just relax?
Okay. It is so important. These are one of the key components of lifestyle modification. Simply,
Mm,
those activities help to remove stress. You're you're not thinking about this problem or that problem. You're not thinking of anything apart from nature. You're connecting with nature. That in itself makes you relaxed and makes you happy.
Yes.
So those activities, those are some of the key components of lifestyle modification. The social and emotional well-being, those activities promote social and emotional well-being. You have a day out, connect with friends, and just be happy. Okay?
Yeah.
The body picks up every signal. Picks up every signal. Stress management. We live in a world that is stressed. I won't call it stress, but it's fast paced.
Mm.
I won't say it's stressed, it's fast paced. There are so
Rest
many
is
things
fast
to do.
paced.
It's fast
Few and
paced.
fruitful. Yeah. So we have to be intentional.
You have to be intentional. Like today, 14th of April, I'm intentional about being happy. These are the things I can do. Like they say colloquially, carry as you can. These are the things I can achieve today. Tomorrow we continue. Okay?
Yes.
Yes. So those activities are key components of lifestyle modification. Healthy eating, regular physical activity. Okay? Adequate sleep, stress management, which means that the things that build up as you go for those outings, it helps to remove stress. Even connecting with people helps to remove stress. You're not thinking about those things that can be done. You're only looking at positivity, a positive mindset. That's what matters. So social and emotional well-being is essential. Those activities promote social and emotional well-being, and you're happy. Essentially happy. The body, you need to be happy as a person.
That's
So I hope
wonderful.
I answered that question.
Perfectly well. John, do you have any questions before we wrap up for the day?
Yes, good evening, Prof. Good evening,
Good
everyone on
evening.
the call.
Yeah.
Good evening.
I know I was late today, but yeah, my question borders around something that Prof mentioned a while ago, serotonin.
Mm.
I know that, yeah, so I just, it might be a bit unrelated, but if she can help, I would like to understand why. Uh, in treatment of depression and mania cases, um, SSRIs, that's selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, are often used. What role do they actually play? Because if somebody is depressed, and I guess that the medication would be such that will elevate the person's mood. And if someone is in a maniac mode, that person is overtly excited, and the medication should be able to stabilize that person and make the person calm. Do you understand? So it's a bit
Yes.
confusing to me. So I would like to understand the role of the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors.
Okay. Thank you for that question. It's very interesting. Incidentally, I watched a movie today about a guy who was depressed. All right. Why was he depressed? He was depressed. We are going into the domain of mental health. Okay. And I spent time talking about the central coordinating system, which is the brain. It coordinates every activity. So when the brain shuts down for maybe a stressful event, once the brain shuts down, literally, that's it. You become depressed. There's no reason to continue living. That's essentially what depression means. from maybe a stressful event, your brain just shuts down. The other types of mental disorders are due to a deficiency in the we talked about the neural pathways, the neurochemicals. The neurochemicals are transmitters that transmit information from one domain to another. Okay? So essentially, it's from the brain, the mind. So back to your question, an interesting movie I watched today. A young guy was depressed. So seriously, what happened? He had lost his mom when he was young, and his father literally trained him and sold everything he had to put him through school. And then when he now graduated and went to youth service, by the time he came back, his father died. And that just broke him because his father had put in so much. He participated in his father's struggle to train him. There was an emotional bond between two of them. You know what happened? He just entered depression. He didn't know anything. He just shut down. So a friend of his father now took him to a therapist, a counselor. At first, he forgot his name. He didn't know who he was. So it shows you the capacity of the brain. He shut down, couldn't remember anything. Some of these things are genetic, some are environmental. The shock can be so much. Like they say, there's a thin line between normalcy and abnormality. That somebody just stripped off. There's a very thin line. So what happened? He went to see the therapist. For over 1 month, he didn't know his name. The therapist just said, just keep coming. 1 month, he couldn't say his name. He didn't know anything. But he was coming to see the therapist. The job of the therapist is to get him to open up. The body shut down completely. So if he didn't go through counseling, of course, he'll be taking some medications to see if he can come up. Psychiatric medications. That's fine. So, but I'm talking about counseling now, which is it's a psychotherapy. So through counseling, he was now able to open up and recall, and he found out what exactly happened, that he shut down. The grief was so much. I know what the psychologist told him. He was broken by the father pastor. So he said, don't be broken. Your father lives through you. That immediately was the aha moment. He said, so my father lives through me. The counselor said, yes. And that was all he needed to hear. So he said, so my father is alive now. The counselor said, yes. All those things, all the places you wanted to go together, now go to those places. All the things he enjoyed doing. And that was the therapy. That was all he needed. The brain started functioning again. And what happened? The brain started producing chemicals. I don't know if I've answered your question. So, but there are medications, of course, depending on the disorder. This is just a movie that I watched today. So he became happy, came back to his normal self, got himself, and then went back to the city and got a good job. All right. So if that therapist was not experienced enough, he'll be somewhere taking some medication. They'll just bundle him and be giving him different types of things. So there's what we call a feel-good hormone. You're just feeling good. The guy started feeling good about himself. He moved from a shock down situation to the body now started producing the feel-good hormones. He started feeling good about himself. He got over the grief and the frustration. So he said, the counselor said, it's not your fault. It was so emotional for him. But then that is one side of the coin. The other side of the coin, psychiatry is a whole subject of its own. Okay, so there are different medications that you take depending on the condition. And that's why we have specialists. That's why we have psychiatrists. Okay, That's why we have clinical psychologists. So what you're talking about now is just, we are just theorizing, but they have gained competence in mastery and solving the problems of the mind. All right. But essentially, if a person feels good, you have feel good, you're connected to family, you're able to express yourself, you're part of a community, then there's nothing like depression. Once you're depressed, there's no reason to continue living tomorrow. That's what depression does. Everything in you is depressed. No appetite. The body shuts down. I call it the body shutting down. Is opposed to a manic who has no insight into what is happening. The other one is lack of insight. There's no insight. So whether you're moving around naked or you're jumping up and down, you have no insight. And that is also a problem. The other side is depression. You don't know, the body shuts down completely. Another worst scenario is that you don't even know your name or where you are or who you are. They're all symptoms of depression. The body just shuts down and you forget everything about it. I don't know if I've answered your question. So there's need
Yes,
for
yes, you have,
support.
Prof. Thanks.
There's need for support. It's okay to get support from qualified professionals. Okay? Professionals who are specialists in that particular field. Somebody is depressed, everything is shut down. Then somebody is manic, he's just excited, jump, he doesn't even know what he's doing. Abnormal behavior, irrational thinking, no insight. If somebody does not have insight, that is even a more difficult problem. So you have to go through counseling, behavioral therapy, and then there's certain medications that can help. Then you have genetic factors also that maybe predispose a person to those conditions. But like they say, there's a thin line between breaking down and being normal. So we must not push ourselves to the point where we actually break down. No. Like we say, carry as you can. You reach, everybody has a limit. Don't cross that limit. Because the next thing is everybody has a brain. Depending on the predisposing factors, your genetic factors, your background, your thinking, just break down. Like the guy I watched this film today, it made a big impact to me today, just this morning. I watched the movie. And the therapist did a good job and he just bounced back to life, got his things and went back to the city. You know? No medication, nothing, just by talking. So I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yes, you have, Prof. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Okay. I think if there are no more questions, um, we'll say a very big thank you to Prof for taking her time to train us this evening. I know it's past her this is like her, me time, reset time, but she's here with us training and speaking with us. So it's such a wonderful pleasure. Prof and my mom, I'm so grateful for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much, Ma. God bless you. And I'm going to circulate the recording links on the platform and share with you as well, so that you can also share amongst your students. Do you have like people that you feel will benefit from this class? Please make sure you share the links. If you're listening to us on YouTube and you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do that right away. Please, let's give a very big thank you to Prof. And Prof, are you going to take us on another course according as the weeks go by?
It's my pleasure. I'm a teacher,
Okay,
primarily.
awesome,
I'm a
awesome.
teacher.
Thank
I
you,
like
ma.
to teach. Yes. Just
Thank you,
give me
ma.
the
Thank you
topic, give
so
me
much.
enough time, and I'll prepare.
Awesome,
But you
awesome.
know,
Thank you so much.
the take home is prevention. We have a preventive
Mm,
mantra.
yes, because you're
That
into
is the take
preventive
home.
medicine.
Preventive. I'm a public health physician, so our mantra is prevention. Why would somebody go to a disease palace, like one of my professors says? You prevent it before it gets to that stage. You prevent that
Mm,
breakdown. Because the body is like a car. Before it breaks down, there are warning signals.
yes.
And your body gives you the warning signals and you ignore it. So, like I talked about that circadian rhythm, you should be able to know, oh, this is what my body is saying. My body is tired. My body is saying this. You should be able to master your body in such a way that you already know the signals. So you don't have to wait until you break down and then they'll now start running up and down. No, we are in the business of prevention. We prevent it before it happens through knowledge. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
Thank
ma'am.
you
you.
so much, Prof,
Thank you.
for that
Thank you.
closing note.
Thank you. Thank you. The pleasure is
Thank you,
mine.
sir. So we are
Thank
going
you.
to take a 30-minute break, and when we come back, we are going to have another session. So please don't go anywhere. Stay with us, and then we'll be right back. So I'm going to end the meeting now, and then we'll be back in 30 minutes. Let's say in 30, yeah, about 31 minutes, 31 minutes. All right. So thank you all so much, and see you in about 30 minutes.